keep an eye on the post for the next Zoom meeting.
You know who I really want on here? Sean De Niro.
He was in the chat.
He just commented. So now I know that you're here. I'm about to invite you because I need to talk to you. We need to have a conversation about some important more shit. I'm gonna pin Tarif Bey's comment so that way you more know who we're talking about. Peace. All right, so I've been wanting to ask you. I want to have a quick interview with you.
Yeah, what's good?
You with it?
I'm with it, baby.
Are there any questions that are off the table?
Nah.
All right, so first I want to know.
Yeah.
When did you join the Marines?
In 2005.
How old were you?
19 or 18.
How long were you
18 going on 19.
Hey, I joined when I was 17. My mom had to give me permission. I was about to turn 18 like in a few months. So my mom was like, if I don't sign now, in a few months he's gonna go anyway.
Yeah. I would have did it when I was 17, but my family didn't want to sign the paperwork for me.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. What is your full free Moorish name? What is it?
Sean Drumgo Bey.
Okay. So Sean De Niro is just your rap name.
Yo.
When did you start rapping? Because your bars is just
fire.
I appreciate it.
It's nothing. It's no more. Is reaching that level as far as like the actual how what you're saying applies to the very situation that we're in right now and what we need to be doing to get out of that situation. And the music being able to relate to the people in regards to the situation that we're in right now. So when did you start rapping?
Facts. Damn, I've been rapping forever, man. Like I don't even know. Like young, I was rapping. Like I think I went to my first studio when I was like 13, you know. But of course, back then when I was younger, like my rap and everything was different. Like you know, what I mean, how I was rapping then, vice how I'm rapping now was totally different. It was probably trash too, but you know, you gotta start somewhere. You know?
Yeah, facts. Where are you from?
I'm from New York. I'm from Hell's Kitchen originally. But when I got out the Marines, you know what I'm saying, I had to relocate because, you know, New York fucking prices out there is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So I resettled in New Jersey.
How long were you in the Marines?
4 years, 05 to 09, infantry, 03, 04.
So you just did your contract and you was
out. That's it, I'm out. 4 years, give me my shit, I'm out.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. I actually I owe a lot to the Marines, man, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned a lot about like discipline, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot about military tactics. Like the reason why I'm so big in like studying military strategies and tactics is because of the Marine Corps. And the reason why I'm so versed in firearms and all that shit is because of the Marines. So I owe a lot to the Marine Corps, and I'm thankful for the experiences that I gained. I learned about Islam in the Marines because when I was in Iraq overseas and that, you know what I'm saying, you get to see firsthand, you know what I'm saying, what really is going on over there, not taking it from some fucking news outlet. So yeah. So yeah, I owe a lot to the Marines, man. I'm very grateful, you know what I'm saying. Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying. I made that decision.
So have you noticed like either people you served with or other people that served in the military, are you noticing that when they get out, they go to some type of like peaceful organization? Like, because when I was in boot camp with someone who was also in infantry, and he got out. He also was deployed. Right. He got out, and now he's into like yoga philosophy. And I'm seeing like this thing of like, we go in the Marines, we come out, and now we want to be part of some peaceful organization. Yeah. It's like, are you noticing the same thing, or am I tripping?
Yeah, no, I do. I do notice a lot of that because I feel like the Marines is like the place where like, you know what I mean, they treat you so fucking bad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you finally get your freedom out of that shit, it's like, yo, you just want to go live like a fucking Buddha monk in the mountains.
Yeah. Like leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, just leave me alone. I just want peace of mind. Like, you know, you don't even want no friend. You don't want shit. You just want to be by yourself in peace.
Yeah. And right now, there is no peace.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't find it. Just like the prophet said, you know, we'll be looking for peace and none shall be found.
Word.
And part of that is because we don't have a military to secure our peace. You know,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
so how has more science changed, if it did change your aspect on how you look at what's happening overseas? Because I already know in the Marines
Mhm.
they teach us the mindset to have.
Yeah.
So how has that changed? And can you give like examples of it?
I bet. The best example I could give of that is like me being overseas and seeing firsthand what goes on over there. So
Mm-hmm.
the whole Iraq situation, I realized from being there myself that it's all bullshit. And our fucking presence there
Mm-hmm.
escalated it and made it worse
Destabilize them.
because when I was over there and I was speaking to the people when I was on patrol in them streets, them people love Saddam Hussein. They was looking at us like, yo, why the fuck you even here? You know what I'm saying? We love Saddam, like, you know, and I couldn't believe that. Like, you know, I also witnessed like kids like in the street, like they'll fuck you up over some candy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Get the Skittles
Mister,
at the MRE.
you forget about it. They're gonna fuck you up for that. Or a soccer
Mm-hmm.
ball, that's it. It's lights out for you. So, you know, I seen a lot of that shit going on over there, and it just made me understand, like, you know, you can't take what you see in the media for like, you know what I mean, what it is. You gotta you
Yeah.
gotta you gotta see for yourself, man.
So so would you say that the people that are fighting back are terrorists, or are they nationalists defending their land? What
They,
would you say? Since you've been there as a Marine,
hmm
deployed,
Yep.
combat deployment,
hmm
what would you say?
They definitely not terrorists. And to clarify, Mujahideen is Islamic guerrilla fighters. So these people are fighting for their homeland. That's just like the best example I could use is Palestine, because the Jews, the Zionist Jews, are occupying their territory, and they just fighting back for their fucking homeland. So how do
Mm-hmm.
you call those people terrorists when they just fighting for their homeland that they don't know nowhere else to be home? So
Mm-hmm.
how do you call them people terrorists? How do you call a group like Hamas terrorists when they just fighting for their homeland? That don't make no sense.
And it's crazy to me because once I got out, I used to believe that terrorists did 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
They're affecting our country.
Mm-hmm.
They're threatening our freedom. Because I had one of my cousin blood relatives. Her husband worked at the towers. He wasn't there that day, but
Right.
he worked there. And once I learned that, I'm like, oh shit, you trying to threaten my family? All right, I'm joining the Marines, right? So I had the mindset that these people are actually terrorists. Once
Yep.
I found more science and I learned about the CIA Operation Cyclone to fund and arm the Mujahideen to fight against Russians, so that way later the United States can claim interest in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And then due to something that the CIA called blowback, the people were like, "Nah, we're gonna fight you too." That's where what they call Al Qaeda came into play, and ISIS, and then there's articles out there where Osama bin Laden said, "I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
do this. I'm not claiming that shit. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why he keeps saying I did it."
Yeah. Yeah.
And now like the U.S. propaganda here is like, oh nah, he did it, and we gotta go over there and blow him up. And we didn't find no weapons of mass destruction, but we're gonna keep troops over there, and we're gonna keep fighting and all this shit.
Yep.
So I wanted more to hear it from you because I wasn't deployed. I was over in Asia. I was
Right.
doing foul shit in Asia, so I wasn't over there. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah. Yeah.
wanted to hear it from you, someone that was actually there, a
Mm-hmm.
Moorish American who was actually there, and
Yep.
see for himself that these people aren't terrorists. These people aren't just blowing themselves up just because they hate everybody.
Yeah. And for the record, man, when I was out there, like my job as being in the infantry, I was a mortarman. So that's like, anybody who knows mortars, those are rockets. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't really have a need for them when we was out there. So my platoon got sent on a different mission. So we helped the Iraqi police set up their police station, helped them build their armory, went on patrols with them to help them, police their town and everything like that. But the Iraqi people themselves, like the people that I encountered, were some of the nicest people I ever met in the world. And like I had meals with them, I broke bread with them, I spoke with them, they introduced me to Islam. Like I had like some of the greatest experiences there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had some bad ones, but I also had some good ones. And I think the good outweigh the bad.
So, would you from a military, from a U.S. strategical military mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since I was stationed in Asia, I understand the strategy of the U.S. being there. Like that's strategic as fuck.
Yep, yep.
It's not about peacekeeping. It's if anything pops off again, they're already there so they can respond.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the same right now, and where you were?
Yeah, of course. Because Iraq is a strategic location for them as well. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they got to pull out of there now is just a testament to the will of the people that are there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get the motherfuckers up out of there. Same thing in
Facts.
Afghanistan. You can't tell them people nothing about their homeland because they gonna fight to the last motherfucking American is up out of there, and that's just the way it is. That's all they know.
Can you talk about Fallujah at
Mm.
all? Do you know anything about Fallujah?
So
All
like,
Marines know about Fallujah. So I already know you know about Fallujah.
yep. So
But yeah,
my experience with Fallujah when I came into the Marines, um, my my um my battalion that I was a boot in, like, you know, I was
yeah,
fresh
yeah, yeah.
out of boot camp. All my senior Marines, my squad leader, my platoon sergeant, all of them was fresh from Fallujah. So they was all heavy alcoholics, you know what I'm saying? They was all fucking Purple Heart recipients, PTSD.
Scars.
That was the hardest time for me in the beginning because all of those battle hardened Marines, they took out all their frustration, all their PTSD, and all their anger out on us junior Marines. So like my first like year in the fleet was like
Cause
the
y'all don't
worst
know
for
shit.
me. Because they took everything out on. Oh, you a boot? You don't know shit. You wasn't fuck. I was in Fallujah in the battle. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
was my you know, introduction to like what Fallujah was. You know what I'm saying?
So the reason why I brought up Fallujah is because a lot of the times when I talk about how we need a militia to protect ourselves, a lot of Moors who don't have a military background or any type of real perspective on real life politics, they'll say, well, we don't have tanks and we don't have jets and we don't have the army, the technology
Oh,
they have and the drones and the this and the that. So based on what you know about Fallujah,
oh yeah.
did those people have any of that shit?
They didn't have shit. And they was whooping the ass of the Marines and the US coalition forces that was over there. And some
Yep.
of the
Wait,
pictures and
wait,
some of the
real fast. Hold on. Can you explain to them what coalition forces mean?
all right, so basically coalition forces is just a whole bunch of forces that are together, like say like
The British,
the
Canadian,
British, Canada, Australia,
U.S.
America, just a whole bunch of
So it's not
people.
just the U.S. that they're fighting.
No, no,
Without the same amount of manpower, without
no.
the same amount of technology and arms and all of that.
They whipping the Canadians, they whipping the Aussies, the fucking Brit, they whipping everybody. The Americans, they whipping everybody's ass with no tanks, with none of that shit.
And how many times has the U.S. have to go back into Fallujah?
Oh, numerous times, because they
At least
always,
3 times.
they always take it back.
So for the people that, because remember, to qualify this conversation, we're talking. These are two military veterans
Mm-hmm.
that have some type of training or insight as far as the severity of combat.
Yep.
So for Morris to say, well, if we start fighting to defend ourselves, we're going to lose, you clearly don't know anything about people fighting back.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Absolutely.
Cuba didn't have what the U.S. had, and they got their independence.
Yep.
And remember, Fallujah is just one city.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the country. We're talking about one city. So you're going to tell me the most advanced elite military on the planet, joint coalition forces with other nations involved. They got tanks and drones, and they can pinpoint a missile at a drop of a fucking dime. You're telling me these people are losing to these two? They lost one city multiple times to people with they just got AKs.
Yeah, man. The
And
will of
you
the
don't believe in our own ability to take back what's ours? Are you fucking kidding me?
the will of the people is stronger than fucking tanks and all that shit.
And doesn't it say in the Quran of Muhammad that it says, "O Prophet, rouse the believers to the fight. And if there are 10 of you patient in preserving, you'll conquer 100.
Yep.
If there's 200 of you, you'll conquer 1,000. Why? Because that patient in preserving is not only you being trained, but you having an absolute stake in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. troops and the coalition troops, that's not their home.
Yeah.
So they're not going to fight as hard.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Rex 84 plan, it states that we're going to be a formidable enemy because we're bound to the continent by heritage.
Yeah.
So for Moors that don't believe in their capability to lay claim to what's theirs, look at what other nations are doing. and also think of it from a military strategy, which I'm not telling anyone to attack anybody. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if it came to the point where we have to defend ourselves, the U.S. is already stretched thin because they're fighting everywhere else.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what did the prophet? The prophet said it's going to be a cakewalk for us in the West,
Mm-hmm.
because the majority of fighting is in the East.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
man.
what I mean?
I'm a for the viewers, you know, people that's watching, you know what I'm saying? That's what resonated me to even rise to the moors on YouTube, because I seen the approach you had with it, and me coming from a military background, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like, yo, this is what we need, you know?
Yeah,
I hope it resonates with everybody else the way it resonates with me.
absolutely. And you
You know?
seen for yourself what people defending their land looks like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, and how the same. I seen the video that you was talking about the Palestinians,
Mm-hmm.
and how they assassinated one leader, so the other leader basically submitted.
Yeah.
And immediately that reminded me of COINTELPRO, because that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And they admit that COINTELPRO tactics were learned from World War II.
Yeah.
So they literally the same COINTELPRO that they do to us here, so-called blacks,
They're
they're
doing it
doing in the
everywhere.
Middle East.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. And
And here's two veterans telling you that. So you can't tell us anything else.
Word. It's not even just America either. All the other the British do it too, man. If y'all seen that movie, Lawrence of Arabia, you know what I'm saying? You see what they was doing in the Middle East in that movie. They've been trying to divide and conquer, man. This strategy been going on for centuries. It ain't nothing new under the sun.
So for the other former Marines, because I know I wasn't deployed in any combat situation, but for me to get out, it was still like I still had like mental hardship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So is there anything you can share about your personal journey that kept you going? Because we already know statistics say that 22 veterans commit suicide every goddamn day.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we separate from this, what we see as a brotherhood and a family. We're separated from that. Our EAS, training is 30 days. Here's a suit. Here's how you write a resume. Stop saying fuck. Go out into the world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're not used to being civilians and, all that freedom and free time that we have. There's no field days on Thursdays no more.
Yeah.
We're not walking on first sergeant grass. We don't got to salute all these people. You know what I mean? So being thrown into that environment, how were you able to basically maintain your mental sanity? I already know family is one thing, but as a man, as a mind, what helped you through that?
Well, the deployments, you know what I'm saying? Because Marine Corps, when you go overseas on deployments, it's a 7-month span. So that 7-month time period, you know what I'm saying, you don't got the luxury, especially me, I was in the infantry. So those who don't know, like I was in the front lines, like, you know what I'm saying, because my job, my military occupational specialty. And I only joined and got that job because my ASVAB, which was the test to get in the military, my score was very low and I had no other options. So I had no choice. But when I was on deployments, I first started to read, because I used to tell my family, yo, go to my Amazon wish list and send me some books on that shit. So that time that I had over there, it gave me time to think, because I think isolation, you know what I'm saying, does something for the human mind. You know what I'm saying, when you have peace and you cut out all the distractions like fucking TV, internet, phone, all that shit. I didn't have none of that shit. I didn't even have no fucking shower. I was fucking washing my ass with baby wipes.
Baby wipes, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So your mind is working differently. So I started to research and read books and learn about the Black Panther Party and all that. I wasn't even thinking about none of that shit. But once I got into the Marines and I started seeing these lieutenants, they reading the Art of War. This nigga's reading about fucking Lawrence of Arabia. My fucking lieutenant used to be on the fucking treadmill running, reading a book. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So that it put something in me to be like, yo, these motherfuckers is reading books and he's a lieutenant. I'm only a Lance Corporal. I think I need to go to the fucking commandant's reading list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pick up a fucking book and read, So
Yeah.
that's what triggered, you know what I'm saying, all of this for me. You know what I'm saying? Just my willpower to want to learn and read and do things that's outside of my comfort zone.
So I made a post a few days ago, and I asked, why do people think that an obstacle course is also called the confidence course.
Mm.
And a lot of people had various, jokes about it. But
Yeah.
the real answer is because once you accomplish it, you have self-confidence now.
Right, right.
So I think speaking for myself, the Marine Corps definitely gave me more self-confidence to the point where, because you already know being in the Marines, you have to have tough skin. People calling you all types of names and all that shit. So being out and being in more science where everybody and their mom has something to say about me, that shit really don't matter.
Yeah.
Because I have confidence now. And having that mindset and being able to look at our people, I can tell like they don't have that confidence.
Right, right.
And once I read that the prophet said he was a prophet and a general, fresh out the Marines after feeling detached from, my brothers, like, damn, my boys are still in.
Right,
my family's still in. Like, I'm trying to go back.
Yeah.
But once I found that niche basically in more science that was for me, I know like this is what I have to offer to my people. Like self fucking confidence, discipline in your own capabilities and all that shit. Like that's what we absolutely need as a people.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I agree, man. And definitely the Marine Corps gave me confidence because, I've been called so many maggots, worms, you name it. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing you could tell me that I ain't heard already. That's gonna make me feel like, oh my God, he called me a name. I don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that shit helps with the confidence and all that because, you know what I'm saying? I got the mentality that, I got through Parasolid, I got through the Crucible. Can't nobody tell me shit. I could do whatever the fuck it is I want to because I know I got through that shit.
Facts. And the motherfuckers that's been yelling at you every day for 3 months, they handed that shit to you.
Yep.
And they ate with you afterwards and they started talking to you normal and you were like, what the fuck? At least that was my reaction. I was like,
mine too.
This motherfucker's not yelling at me. He's just talking to me like a Marine now? Oh, shit. I remember I used to do Firewatch. And I used to look, have the fucking duty belt. I got my camis on like a fucking boot. I used to like, yo, I'm about to be a fucking Marine one day. That's just no joke. I cried when I got my Eagle Global Anchor. I still have the first one that I got.
Me too.
Still have that shit.
Hell yeah. That shit holds very a lot of sentimental value, man. Definitely.
So for when I got out and I learned about more science, and Taj was talking about from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, I was like, oh my fuck. I was a whole op. I was literally a whole op against my own people. And once I seen Noble Jali when he's wearing that white garb with the collar up to the neck, and he got the belt separate his lower self, like that's the Marine Corps uniform. Right. And then on the Marine Corps uniform, you got the 7 belt loops, which is in reference to the 7 seas, and we were the master of the 7 seas. And then you hear the 7th Fleet. You hear that 7. I was part of the 7th Communications Battalion, and the image is the 7 with a circle around it. You know what I mean? And then when you what'd you get out as?
What do you mean? Oh, Corporal. E4.
Corporal, so did you go through a Corporal's course?
Yep.
So you already know when you draw the sword, you draw it to the point where the 6-pointed star is showing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like all of that shit is fucking more science from the top down.
Yeah.
To the white dress blue cover with the gold Eagle Globe and Anchor representing your third eye. All of that shit's more science.
Yeah.
The white belt separating your lower self. All of that
crazy?
Shit's more science.
The uniform really draws people in too. I think they use that as a tactic to get motherfuckers in because that uniform does it for a lot of people.
Facts. Actually, I put a picture in my second book of Moors, an old. I'm not sure if it's an old picture, but it was a painting of Moors, and it looked like they had the dress blues on. Let me see if I can find it real fast on Google. Because I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Juju, can you get my second book?
Yeah, the dress blue is the sharpest.
Yeah, ain't no other uniform topping that.
No, it's not.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I hope that our uniforms, as far as Moors, can outdo that shit because that shit.
Yeah, man. Somebody got to do it though,
Facts. Do you remember having what the fuck was that shit called? The field fucking when the CO's there and you got to stand up and they give him the steak and they say this steak is fit for human consumption. What's that shit called?
The what? The steak?
Yeah, it's like a whole Masonic ceremony where it's similar. We're seated like at the Marine Corps ball, right? And then whoever cooked the food, they bring it up to the CO or whatever. He'll eat it and he'll make the statement, this meat is fit for human consumption. And then we all stand up and do the toast to all the fallen Marines and all that shit. You
Yeah,
remember those types of ceremonies?
I don't know what that shit's called.
But we had one in the field, and it wasn't for the ball. It was just to have one. And then I seen like how Masons do it, and they do the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
All the way up to they whoever's in charge of the lodge, they'll bring them the food, they'll taste it to make sure it's fit for everybody. They'll say this beef is delicious and fit for human consumption, the same shit we hear. Then they
Mm-hmm.
all stand up and do toast to other lodges, which is what we're doing for the Marines. It's
Yeah.
literally all Masonic. It's more shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
It's
I was
crazy
just
because when I
wondering
was in too, I had a lot of like gunnery sergeants and first sergeants. They used to all wear them Masonic rings and shit. They was all going to like a lodge
yeah,
in North Carolina, Jacksonville somewhere. It was weird.
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get my book because you'll see the picture. And I think I actually put a picture of myself in my Marine Corps just blues,
Yeah, I
just blue
think I've seen that
outfits,
one.
so that way Moors can see like this is Moorish. Ain't none of this. And I understand we're both saying the word Mason, but they got that from Moors. So
Yeah.
don't think by us saying Mason or Masonic that we're disconnecting, our shit from their shit. Because it's really our shit.
Yep.
Even the name Marine has the word more in it.
Word.
I'm really excited that you're on here, man.
Man, I appreciate being on here, man.
Because number one, your music is inspiring the fuck out of me. Because I'm not trying to hear none of that. Love is gonna be the answer. Like, nah.
Yeah, man.
If we loved ourselves so much, then we would understand that we'd have to fight for each other.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, love is the answer, but ain't no love without physical action.
That's right. See, but if more study the Islamic struggle, I think they'll have a better understanding of it. I think a lot of more stray away from, what I mean, what's going on with the brothers in the East and all that, the whole jihad and the Islamic struggle. I don't think they really own it like that, or they pay attention to it because
Nah, they're only on the theory. Look at that.
Yeah, that's tight. That looks, yeah, man, that shit look just
right,
like
exactly like the Dress Blues.
Yeah.
Let me go to the previous page.
I mean, they look better because they got the fez.
And they got the capes on.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Look at my boot ass. Right. Even the leather neck. Well, I know he don't got leather, but the leather neck, the belt around the waist, leather neck, belt around the waist.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Same shit, yeah.
The length of the blouse, same thing.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah, he was a general for real. Yeah, that's crazy. What book is that?
This is my second book.
African Wars. Oh, Dominion. Okay. That's a dope picture.
Right? I found that shit online. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's definitely some Dress Blues, man.
Facts.
Word.
Yeah, so I might have to get to actually I've been looking at I'm gonna have to show you. I've been looking at some uniforms that I want for the militia to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like dress type shit.
Right.
I'll probably send it to you so I can get your opinion on it.
I bet.
Because them shits, bro. We're about to be the flyest, most deadliest motherfuckers out here.
Hell yeah, that's how it gotta be, man. For sure. I was thinking about it too when I was thinking about the hoodies when we was talking. I was like, yo, it kind of reminds me of like when I was in, because you know how we all had like our company or battalion sweaters and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how the fifth Marines, they got the fucking green rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 5th Marines, I think. Yeah. The damn, what are they called? I forgot their name. I was in 2-8. I was in 2-8 America's battalion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I was a pogue, bro. I was chilling.
Yo, live your truth, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, I wish I would have had a fucking different MOS. I fucking hated the grunts.
I was skating, because if you're part of comms and you're proficient at your job, ain't nobody telling you nothing.
Yeah.
Because literally the whole battalion can't sleep until comms up.
Yeah.
So they basically treat you like a god, no lie.
Yeah.
But that's why if you ever got into contact with any comm units,
Mm-hmm.
they got big ass arrogant assholes.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And just being comms, I was able to be on several ships of the 7th Fleet. I was able to be liaison for my unit to other units to get their comms up on other ships. Like, it was dope.
Yeah.
as a Lance Corporal, I'm telling niggas what, like, hey, Sergeant, go ahead and do that. Put that right there. Like, come on, bro.
Hell yeah, you can't do that in the grunts. I was a fucking boot for 3 years. Yo, it takes forever to get promoted in the grunts. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? I'm still a fucking Lance Corporal, bro.
Nah, but if you look at the history of the Marines, like, you weren't able to be a platoon sergeant unless you went overseas and got promoted sergeant that way. You know what I mean? So there's some deep, like, history in the Marines that actually has value, that if we had similar principles in our nation, like, we would be greater.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we would literally, if we had any type of core principles and foundation and, like, a rite of passage, we would be so fucking far. And that's what I'm implementing into Rise of the Moors, slowly but surely. Because best believe, motherfuckers gonna have to be low crawl. I just did a little CFT for the Moors the other day.
I seen you posted a video. You was doing the low crawl. I was like, yeah, I remember them days.
Yep, waking up early as fuck, cold as shit for the CFT and the PFT, cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And after that, the Moors were saying, like, they have a deeper appreciation for people in the military, and, like, yeah, bro, you don't know what the fuck we go through. Like, you have no idea what we go through. No, you have no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone telling you to put your left sock on, I'll take it off. Now put your right sock on, I'll take it off. You wake up 5 a.m., lights. And the drill instructors actually woke you up before that, but they don't want company guns to know, so they say, shut the fuck up. Or, you know what I mean? Like, drill instructors spitting in your food. Like, what the fuck? You got to eat with one hand. They don't know nothing.
Our people would have fucking problems with just the basic concept of fucking Firewatch.
Facts.
As easy as it may seem or sound, they would fuck it up. Yo, I need a Firewatch list for. They fuck it up.
Yep.
Motherfuckers not getting woke up. People sleeping on posts. It would be a mess. No discipline.
Fucked.
No discipline. Yo, and for those who are listening, yo, if you fall asleep on a fucking post in the Marines, that's your ass. I seen a Lance Corporal fall asleep on a fucking machine gun post on my fob in Iraq. His life was miserable for the next 6 months. And I seen a Marine have a negligent discharge with a fucking 240 Golf. His life was fucking miserable.
So can you explain? Matter of fact, I'll explain it. So Firewatch is, while everybody's sleeping, you're up to make sure that we don't die in our sleep.
Facts.
So now if you're asleep, that exposes everybody. Now everybody has now anybody can creep up on us and murder us. So that's how important Firewatch is, which is why if you fuck that up, you're going through hell, because you need to understand that importance. Because let's say you do fall asleep and the enemy's looking at, all right, we already know based on this pattern that Lance Corporal fucking retard falls asleep at around this time, and they're looking from fucking miles away. That now we're about to attack these idiots. Like that's what that translates to, or that's what that has the possibility to fucking translate to.
Absolutely.
So now when Moors are talking about muftis at the door, that's exactly what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just people need to understand that.
Those are the duty NCOs of the day.
Facts. Moors won't even be able to write in a logbook. And put, with the ruler, put the straight line in your initials. They don't understand that. They don't understand walking their post in a military manner. They don't. They look at the Nation of Islam and their little step team and how they're marching, and they ain't even marching. They're just standing there, moving in a circle. They think, oh, they're impressed by that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it takes to march a group of men? Do you know what it takes to do that?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, and it sucks because Moors, we don't have that.
Yeah.
So we can't even compete with the Nation of Islam as it relates to that.
Right.
And we wouldn't even be able even to show them, like, this is what a fucking column left looks like from a bunch of badass motherfuckers with fezzes on.
Right.
So the next best thing that our people see to the U.S. military would be the fruit of Islam. And coming from a military point of view, you already know that ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's not impressive.
Yeah,
that's impressive to y'all.
Yeah.
But for, I don't know about you, but I had to actually mark, like, when I was stationed in on Camp Pendleton, like, our staff sergeant was from the drill field, so he used to have us march on greens, like, and get into the habit of that. So that shit ain't as easy as these motherfuckers make it look like.
Yeah.
So when we see when I see the Nation of Islam doing their bullshit, I'm like, oh yeah, that ain't shit. You know what I mean? And I really wanted you on here so that way there's another Marines' perspective on not just politics, but the condition of our people. Because I know sometimes it sounds like I'm tripping and I'm bugging on, and what I mean? The way I'm talking, but you have similar reference points, if not more reference points, to the shit that I'm talking about. So I wanted Morris to hear it from someone else. Like, this shit is real.
Yeah, for sure. I was just feeling like how you was feeling yesterday when I was in the chat with the New Jersey Moors. Because I was like, yo, we've been in this chat for a year, man. What's going on? Like, nothing's moving. Let's link up, man. Like, there's no reason why I haven't seen none of y'all. Like,
Facts.
So we working on that, man. We gonna get there slowly but surely, inshallah.
And I understand that shit, but for me, I'm like, fuck that slowly shit. Like, we don't got time. Yeah. We all know the severity of the situation to some extent. Yeah. So we really don't have time. And I understand that the Marine Corps made me more like able to make sacrifices and shit like that, but that to me, that's not an excuse, or that doesn't separate me from my brothers and sisters, because there's other people that don't have the military background I have, and they also understand the severity of the situation. So it can't just be that I was a Marine and I went through extra brainwashing that now I understand that shit. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? Like the same amount of sacrifice people are willing to make to go get some pussy is the same sacrifice we should be making to defend our nation. Because Moors will do anything. They'll lie, cheat, steal, take a bus, walk miles, ride a fucking bike, get a ride from someone to show up to some bitch's house that they don't give a fuck about. And the only reason why I'm calling them a bitch is because that's how you're treating them. They could be a whole woman and you're treating them like a bitch. And you're willing to make those sacrifices to do that. But when I say, hey, let's be here on this time so we can train, motherfuckers is late. Motherfuckers come high and drunk or whatever. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah. So, like, I'm taking a line out of Leonidas' book, Who's Really Oppressed? Because, in the Marines, zero drug policy. Yeah. Why? Because you got to be alert. You joined this for a reason. So, same thing with the militia. You're volunteering for this. Which means you understand whether you're in it for just to say, oh, yeah, I'm with the militia. I don't give a fuck. I'm treating you like you here for a reason. Right. You know what I mean? So, I just want Morris to know that from another Moor who's also a Marine, that I ain't tripping. This is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, man. Everything you right on point with what you be demonstrating, man. So honest to you, man. I support everything you're doing over there, man. For sure. Appreciate it. You always got my support, bro. What else? What other questions do you think we can? What year did you get out?
2009.
Oh shit! I joined 1 year later. I literally joined boot camp 7 days after I graduated high school. And I was supposed to go that October, but someone burned his leg. Like one of the motherfuckers from MEPS, like he burned his leg partying the night before, so he couldn't go. So my what the fuck are they called? Recruiter. The recruiter, yeah. Was like, hey, you want to go fucking Monday? I was like, yeah. Because I already knew if I'm waiting till October, I ain't going. I'm about to go here in summer and do all this shit. I just graduated. I already knew I wasn't about to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, let me leave now. Right. Yeah, I took a few months off. I was working in Foot Locker for a little while. I was like, yo, let me get a job. I was working at Foot Locker, and then a Marine walked in there with his fucking dress blues on, and he sold me. He was like, yo, you gonna sell sneakers for the rest of your life? I was like, oh, nah, actually, I don't want to do this shit. That's it. So, and this is what I try to tell the Moors, especially those in the militia. Like, people in the military, a lot of them aren't there to fight. They're there because, one, no other option. Two, money. Yep. Three, college. Yep. So if it comes down to an actual fight, they're not trying to do that. Not on their own homeland. Nah. Not against fellow U.S. citizens, you know what I mean? And these are conversations that we used to have at our platoon. Like, would y'all fire on U.S. citizens? And I'm like, nah. Yeah. For what? Word. Aren't we here to protect them? Like, what are we shooting at them for? Word. You know what I mean? And these are serious conversations that we used to have. And I also try to explain to them. Go ahead.
You think the reserves, the reservists are doing anything?
Yeah, yo, I'll be looking. Please talk about what they are, what they do.
Yo, all right. For all those who don't know, the reservists in any branch, I don't care if they're the Navy, Army, Marines, they only train once every month. They're not full-time soldiers. They're not full-time airmen. They're not full-time sailors or Marines. They part-time niggas. So when there's problems in your state, part-time. So when there's problems in your state and the news be like, oh, the National Guard, they calling National Guard. They calling motherfuckers from the subway.
Weekend warriors.
Weekend warriors. They got
Tom
real
was
jobs.
making a sandwich at Subway last night, and then he got called into service.
Yep.
You think he's
And
trained?
He ain't finna do nothing.
Facts.
He ain't finna do nothing.
Facts. And most
So
of them are in it to pay for college.
Word. They looking at it like, yo, this is how I'm gonna get through college. They not looking at it like, yo, I'm a pop and nah, they not on it like that. So don't be looking at that as just some big demonstration and you scared, because there ain't no reason to be scared. Some of y'all may have more training than them just being in the streets.
More heart than them too.
From your city, wherever you from. I know dudes from the street that got more heart than them dudes. So for you to be scared of them is pointless.
And remember, a Marine that has been deployed is telling you that. Ain't me. I'm a pogue. I've been on a ship. I've been in Asia. I ain't telling you nothing. Someone that's been in an actual combat deployment is telling you this.
Yep. Fact.
So all the Moors that be listening to me like, yeah, I hear Jahmal, but I don't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how they show people, like you said, the National Guard on TV.
Yeah.
The people won't even see that they don't got no magazines in.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. They got condition for a weapon.
And they don't even know what that is.
Mm-mm.
They just see a gun. Oh shit! They shooting lasers.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, man. But that's why also the militia is needed, man. So definitely honest to you for that, because a lot of people don't have no idea how to use firearms. They have no idea about squad tactics, squad formations, communications, QRF. They don't know none of these terms, and these are the things that they using on you to keep you in a state of oppression. So it will behoove you to know what the tactics are being used against you.
Facts. And a lot of people always say that, oh, if something happens, I'll do this, this, and this. Like, how? You don't have any training? Like, how? What do you mean? So something's gonna happen, and you're prepared. Like, you got all the mental training and you got all the muscle memory to maneuver through rooms and how to assess the situation. And do you even know what a fucking fatal funnel is? Do you know? Have you practiced hand and arm signal with your boys so that way if something does happen, you know how to communicate with them? Like,
Yep.
How do you know that you're just gonna respond? Because first responders train. That's their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And like you said, QRF, people don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Like, do you not understand how important that is? That's a supportive element. Like, and as far as like the weapon safety and all that shit, Juju was telling me that after that weapons training, the safety course, she felt way more confident bearing arms now.
Yeah.
Like, come on, what the fuck I don't understand. What the fuck are people be thinking? Like, I really don't. And also, can you talk about how, like, if you're a shitbag in the Marines, how do they get treated?
All right. So in the grunts especially, if you're a turd, if you're a shitbag, you're gonna have the most fire watch, most shit
Cleaning the heads,
the screens. You're gonna have the shittiest jobs, the shittiest details, and they're gonna treat you like a fucking worm. You know, because you earned it. You know, you want to be a shitbag. You wanna not be in formation on time. Your uniform want to be fucking dirty. You don't want to have proper grooming and hygiene standards. You know, you're belligerent to your fucking superior officers. This is all shit that's gonna get you in fucking jobs, shit details, and fire.
People talking down on you, people talking just crazy shit to you all day, every day.
Yep.
That's the type of energy I'm bringing.
Absolutely.
So if you're a shitbag, that's how I'm gonna treat you. Because you already know, picking up corporal, ain't nobody disrespecting the rank. It don't matter if that corporal isn't at the same standard as everyone else. You're respecting the fucking chevrons. And that's the type of energy I'm bringing to the position of Grand Sheik. You're gonna fucking respect it. Period. Because it's not the person, it's the seat. Respect that shit. Because if a Moor in a separate territory got elected to that position, respect that shit.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if they're part of Rising the Moors or not. I'm gonna make sure you respect that shit.
Right.
And if not, you're getting treated like a shitbag. What's
your question? My question is very serious. So who's worse, Nation of Islam or the National Guard?
Holy fuck. Juju said who's worse, Nation of Islam or National Guard? I would say only for the specific reason that the National Guard has guns, I would say Nation of Islam. But if the National Guard,
I agree.
yeah, but they have access. They have an armory that has bullets in it, so they can get it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Nation of Islam, they're like against it. So like,
Yeah.
I would say, on the level of shitbaggery,
Nation of Islam.
National Guard is like 100%. Nation of Islam is like 99%. So they're almost at the same level of like shittery. You know what I mean? Or the other way around. Nation of Islam is 100%. National Guard is like 99.9%. Only because they have access to. They can call in the real guys. You know what I mean? They can call them in.
They can get the active duty motherfuckers in there with a phone call.
Facts. Nation of Islam can't do that. But I'm trying to make it so that way the Moors, we're the ones that they would call. Like, oh yeah, go ahead, sit the fuck over there. We got this.
Word.
Facts. That was a good question. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was
not to shit on the Nation of Islam. I'm just calling it how I see it. You know, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Oh damn, what else I want to ask you? I don't even know. I think I asked most of the questions.
Nah, that's all good, bro.
Anything you want to add for the Moors? Sometimes, no lie, I be in my mind, like I'm thinking Marines when I say Moors. Like, you know, because you know, like how I'm gonna take care of my Marines. I'm gonna go do get my Marines over there. Yeah. I be thinking, like, I be trying not to fuck that up.
Oh no. Nah, I get where you coming from, man. I see it. But I would just say, man, for the Moors that's listening on this, man, I would just say definitely train with firearms. Definitely support your militia and try to join militia and start your own militia in your area. I'm trying to start and do the same thing over here. It's kind of difficult and it's kind of hard, but you know, you got to try to do it because it's needed.
And with that, right now we would be able to create a joint task force where my militia and your militia, we could sit down as the head and make decisions. And I got X amount of people here, you got X amount of people there. Matter of fact, let's get them in contact with each other. Let's issue orders to them.
Right.
You know, I'll send liaison from my area to go teach whoever the fuck over there about whatever the fuck these motherfuckers know.
Right.
And then we could be separate but united when needed. And that way, if my militia falls, yours is still standing. But people think when they say militia, you got to be in charge of all of them. Like what?
Yeah, no, that's not.
Look at the United States. They got the Army, the Navy, and then the Navy has the Department of the Marines. So even that's separate.
Yep.
And then the Air Force. So that way, if one falls, the other one is there.
And they all got their own special.
No one general saying, I'm the general of all the fucking nah.
And they all each have their own special forces units.
Facts.
So that's another thing to consider. But definitely, and shout out to Raza Moore study group in the Bronx. I went to one of the study group sessions, and you know, shout out to them, man.
Talk more about that. What do you think about Raza Moore? We the shit or not? What's up?
Raza Moore is where it's at.
I know. And Juju said, when are you gonna start your study group? Why are you playing?
All right. So, any Moors in New Jersey?
See, there we go. See, now this is action. What's up?
Moors in New Jersey, hit me up. All right, we're gonna have a study group Zoom tomorrow because I've been hearing a lot of Moors from New Jersey.
Slacking.
A lot of Moors in New Jersey been giving me a whole bunch of excuses why they can't do it. I gotta work. I got this. Yo, I got 3 kids here. I got kids. I got a wife. I got a home. I got shit going on too. So if I could do it, you can do it. So definitely hit me up. I'm gonna have a Zoom meeting tomorrow for the New Jersey Moors. We're gonna go over the study group application. Anybody interested?
Don't make me have to pull up. Because I already know, and this isn't funny. This is actually, it upsets me.
Yeah.
Because when I pulled up to Philly, there was so many Moors there. Half of them didn't even fucking know each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm from fucking Rhode Island. When I was black, right? And I used to say I'm from Rhode Island. I used to be like, what, Long Island? No, nigga, Rhode Island. Oh shit, my bad. I woke the baby up. And they would say, there's black people there? Yes. So now if little old nobody me can go to just show up in Philly and a bunch of people be there and y'all don't know each other, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I'm able to unite people like that. But if I need to show up to New Jersey just to do that, I'll show up.
Word.
But just know, based on from what I'm seeing, you're probably gonna be in charge. And that, I could be wrong. I don't fucking know. But
yeah.
If
Well,
it needs to be said, I'll say it. I don't care, because and this is what I've been saying. Even if you do the Rise of the Moors study group application and you get all the structure and organization from me, you still don't have to be on the Rise of the Moors. You can do your own fucking thing.
right.
But Moors need to do something, literally, and come together and sell fucking newspapers.
Right.
Come together and hand out Moorish information.
Yeah.
Do something.
Word.
So don't make me have to show up, because if I show up, I'm going to be cursing at everybody. Why the fuck y'all here? What you here for? Because Sean De Niro put out the word, so why you here? Because you care? Because I'm here? Oh, so you dick riding now. So I'm going to treat you like a shitbag. You don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
I even got some I even started collecting some clothes for the first donate for the first clothing drive we're gonna do. So I'm on it. I'm being proactive, you know what I'm saying? I just need help. I need other people to do this with me. I can't do it by myself.
Let me know whenever you want to put any word out. We can hop on here and put the word out. I don't got no problems with that. If there's Moors doing what they're supposed to be doing, whether they're officially part of Rise of the Moors or not, I'm gonna help with the platform of putting the word out, because I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. It's just tiring, and you could tell, because my first videos I was real calm and all that shit. Now it's fuck this, fuck that, and fuck you. And if that bothers you, really go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when I start, like I said, when I was in the Marines and you're a shitbag, I'm talking to you however crazy way I'm talking to you. Because one, you ain't about to do shit. You got a whole team of corporals, and all the corporals from that platoon over there, they showing up. And all the corporals from that battalion over there that I know, they're showing up, and we're fucking you up. So put some respect on it. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't got time for no shitbags to be in charge talking all nope. I'm here to end all of that shit.
Yep.
and unite with like-minded people like you that's also not tolerating that energy, because there's been ever since the Prophet died, there's been over 105 years of Moors allowing that energy to be out front. So now it's over for that. It's a wrap.
Facts.
Huh? No, it's not awkward. We're reading the comments. And like Sean De Niro said, you know, everybody got families. Everybody got responsibilities at home. So it better not be y'all texting him talking about all these excuses, and then I pull up one day and it's like all that shit goes out the window. Because guaranteed, whenever these Europeans say, be at court 9 a.m. on a Monday, you ain't saying nothing. You're saying, work? Yeah, I can't be there. I got court. Oh, yeah, I got... Nah, fuck. So call your work. Say, hey, I got a religious organization event that I got to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You know, I mean, we make all the excuses in the world when it comes to us uniting as a people, but let the Europeans say, be here at court for these bullshit charges. We're dropping everything. You ain't taking your children to school. You ain't going to work. You ain't taking care of your mom who's sick in the hospital. You're not taking your fish for a walk. None of that shit. You're dropping everything and you're going to court.
Right.
And you're gonna pay crazy amount of money for an attorney. So stop fucking around.
Yep. Facts.
And I'm saying that as your fucking brother, because even when I had, matter of fact, damn, I wish he was here. One of the Marines I served with, we still talk. When I was stationed in Japan, they used to treat him like shit. He was fucking super intelligent. It's just, you already know, after being treated like shit, it's like, try for what?
Yeah.
And I seen potential in this dude. So I picked up before him, and he was there before me. So now we're in the smoke pit, right? I'm yelling at him like, bro, you got all this fucking potential and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, nah, fuck that, because all these niggas giving up on me. I'm like, I ain't fucking them. Right? So now we're yelling in the smoke pit, right? And one of the sergeants had to come out to end that shit. I'm like, hey, nah, bro, fuck all that. You're intelligent. You fucking read books. Most of these Marines ain't doing that shit. Like, carry yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
So even for the Marines under me, I was speaking to them like that because I see potential in them that they don't fucking see.
Right.
So when I look at our nation, I'm seeing potential in y'all motherfuckers that you don't fucking see.
Right.
Only difference is Sergeant ain't here to fucking save you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's either you're gonna accept the way I'm giving it to you and wake the fuck up and realize, oh, Jahmal's cursing at me and yelling at me because I have untapped potential that I'm fucking around instead of tapping into that shit. So recognize that shit.
Word.
Because these are real, like, being in the Marines, you got real stories that relate to out here, because even in the Marines, you're still dealing with humans.
Mm-hmm.
You're still dealing with people with emotions. You know, all these people, they got Susie back at home getting banged out by everybody, and they're going
Uzi
through
rock
it.
crotch.
Yeah, you know, you gotta talk to these Marines like, hey, bro, don't even worry about that. You already know they about to graduate from, you know, MOS school, so they about to be flooding in, and then all the fresh new ones coming in. So just take your bunch from that. You know, you just pick out of that bunch, you'll be straight.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like as someone who's an NCO and you got that motherfucking blood stripe, like you got responsibility to people under you that's looking up to you, and you have to mentor these people. Like, so that's the energy that's I'm bringing.
Yeah.
And when it's time to mentor, the Moors would tell you, I speak to them like they're my brother because you're my fucking brother. But when it comes time to you're fucking around, I'm gonna let you know we're fucking around and we're wasting time.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's just how it is in the Marines, period. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
When you get that blood stripe, man, and you get that fucking them fucking them chevrons.
Bites. The snake bites.
Yeah, man. You got a new purpose.
Facts. Can you talk about that ceremony, the hazing that doesn't happen? Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So when you get,
because it's a ceremony,
right? So when you get promoted to an NCO, a non-commissioned officer, and you get a blood stripe on your uniform or your trousers, you know what I'm saying? They give you a special a ceremony. You know what I mean? So they got the chevrons that they pin on your chest. They have these pointy pins on the bottom. So they pin them on your chest, but instead of just placing them on there, they fucking pound them shits on you so the pins dig into your chest. And then with the blood stripe on the trousers, they come up, all the NCOs that are already corporals and sergeants, they'll come up to you and they'll give you some knees to your thigh. You know what I'm saying? Right on top of the blood stripe that's going down your trousers, and your legs are gonna be sore for weeks. Because all the NCOs is gonna come in and give you, you know, a strong
blessing.
Just like, yo, welcome to the club, motherfucker.
Facts.
You know
and that's
so you get jumped into the game.
Basically, yeah. And that's welcoming you into the brotherhood. So that way, if any corporal or any sergeant's being disrespected by anybody other than them, you show the fuck up.
Yep.
Because now you have the right to fucking reset someone else's chevrons. Like, oh, a bunch of people have been punching them in. I'm going to be the one that's the asshole to take them out, reset them, and punch them back in.
Right.
And I rate that now. You don't rate that shit yet.
Yeah.
So you can't even talk about it. I rate that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, you just brought back so many traumatized.
I know, right? You don't fucking rate.
You don't rate.
You made it now, huh?
You don't rate.
Facts.
Oh man.
Facts.
Yo, I had the most problems with my fucking mustache. You know, I had fucking gunnies come out with rulers. That's not
an eighth of an inch.
That's not 2 inches above the fucking lip.
Yep.
Fucking Christ.
Yep.
And in the infantry, let you come back on Monday morning from the weekend without a fucking fresh cut, without a fucking high and tight.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
That's your ass.
Facts.
even if the gunny or the staff sergeant go and fucking get the clippers and clip your shit yourself.
Patches.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's another. The Marines is another reason why I'll never be late for anything. Cause my fear of being late.
I fucking hate being late. I get so fucking mad. Like, my
fear of being late comes from the Marines, because I used to always put in my head, yo, 30 minutes prior, bro. If they say 05, I'm gonna be there. If they say 05, I'll be there 04:30, because I already know I gotta be early. I ain't having nobody jumping down my fucking throat for no formation.
Because you already know if one corporal's yelling at you, everybody's jumping in.
Wolf pack.
Facts.
With a bunch of fucking knife hands.
Facts. And a few jabs if no one's looking.
Yeah.
I remember I got caught choking this PFC because he was talking back, because he was fresh out of comm school, right? So these niggas think that they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because you already know boots, they get in, they think they know everything.
Yeah.
So you think you made it now. You think you made it. That's what you think. Right? So I'm choking this Marine, right? And I'm saying, I forgot. Oh, I said, come here. And he said some smart shit. Because I was like fucking around with my Marines, right? But they don't know, like, I'm still above you, bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm joking around with them all the time. All right. And so this PFC don't really know who the fuck I am. So I say, come here, and this nigga's lollygagging. So I walk up to him and I start choking him, like, what the fuck did I just tell you? And my master sergeant walked in. So he calls me over and he's like, And he starts choking me. He was like, "Was you choking that Marine?" I said, "Nah, Master Sergeant. I was checking his pulse." So he called the PFC over, and I'm looking at him like this, right? I'm looking at the PFC like this, like I'm grilling this motherfucker. And the Master Sergeant asked him, "Was he fucking choking you?" He said, "No, Master Sergeant, he was checking my pulse." Like, go to the fucking smoke pit and find me a cigarette. So that's how serious this shit. That's how serious this shit is. Like, you will get choked the fuck out.
Yeah, yeah, man.
For choking someone out, because that's hazing. So you get hazed.
I mean, now, it's probably a lot like, girlified or whatever, but it wasn't like that before, man. It was pretty bad. Yeah. When I was in boot camp, I had somebody die in the swimming quad.
Word?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In 2005, there was a fucking recruit that fucking died in the pool. I was like, God damn, what, they drowned him?
Probably.
And I was already going in there with fears because I can't fucking swim. So I was already nervous. I was like, somebody died here? I was like, oh, I need extra help.
Yo, I seen during like the first few days of us getting there, like after I was after receiving, once we got introduced to our actual drill instructors. And my drill instructor, my senior drill instructor, he just picked up staff sergeant. He was fucking huge, like a big so-called black dude, fucking huge. And you already know, some so-called black dude think he's back on the block, lifted his fist up past his waist. He got knocked out so fucking fast.
Yeah.
They had to drag him out the squad bay. I was like, oh shit,
yeah.
This is the Marines.
Yeah. In boot camp, I first found out what a conscientious objector was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a dude from VA. I'll never forget. His name was Woodson. He was a seasoned gangster in the streets.
Yeah.
But when he got the fucking parasailing, them drill instructors, once they got on his ass, he couldn't take it. Yo, he literally sat down in the middle of the squad bay in Indian style and was like, "Yo, I ain't doing this shit no more." the next thing I seen was the MPs taking him out of there. I've never seen him again.
Facts. When people disappear from boot camp, they disappear.
Yep.
They're gone. And like, you won't even realize that. You don't even realize that they're gone until you look around like, oh shit, where the fuck did so-and-so go? Like,
yep.
Oh shit, he never came back.
I don't know what they did with Woodson, but I ain't never seen him again. I hope he's all right.
Yo.
Thanks.
It's crazy. So this type of energy we're both bringing to the Moorish nation. So y'all better be ready.
Word.
Because this shit is no joke. Because any type of yelling or cursing that I do is nothing in comparison to what these colonists have been doing and are willing to do to us. You know what I mean? Boot camp is just to prepare you for loud noises and having to yell during a firefight so that way people can hear you. So that's why they have you scream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything is for a reason. Don't think I'm just cursing at you just to curse at you, because however the Europeans talk to you in court is going to be way worse, and they're going to be way slick with it. Yeah. They're going to be way more trying to get you to submit to them. I'm fucking cursing at you so you could think.
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
So, like I said, I'm doing this as your brother, bro. Like this like when we get after receiving, when we get introduced to our drill instructors, like they tell you they're not going to give up on us, even if we've given up on ourselves.
Yeah.
So they're yelling at you to get you prepared for the standard of an actual fucking Marine.
Mm-hmm.
Not no soft bitch that's just going to sit there and say, hey, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Because every Marine to your left and your right is that's your team. Like, that's all you have.
That's it.
So us, literally, Moors, we are all we have.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no going to the UN and asking them to help. They're part of the problem. Ain't no going to the U.S. courts and asking them to help. They're part of the problem. So when you look left and look right at your fellow Moor, that's it.
Yeah.
And we need to fucking actually recognize that shit. Like, for real, because ain't no fire team without a team. And y'all gotta be close to each other. Ain't no platoon without 13 motherfuckers in the same vicinity. Mm-hmm. Ain't no city without multiple people living together. Ain't no battalion without multiple people living together. So when we talk about being Moors and making change, we better be fucking living close to each other. And the Prophet said the same thing with less curse words. He said, Moors, if you can, live close to each other.
More.
And then he said, you're gonna need each other now more than ever. So he's telling you, get your shit together.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree, man. I'm hoping that everything works out over here in New Jersey, man, for sure. Cause
Facts.
I'm ready to fucking take action.
Facts. Shit, let me know. Let me fucking know. You already know I'm gonna be there. I got no problems.
I'm gonna hold you up. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna be like, yo, Grand Sheik, I need your help.
Facts. And hold me to that shit. Cause you already know. You already know in the Marines, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So hold me to that shit. And I'm trying to get everybody to hold each other to that same fucking standard.
Yeah.
Because there's too many of us saying shit and then we ain't doing it. And you already know in boot camp, when they say alignment to the right, and then we say alignment to the right, and the drill instructor says, don't just say it, actually do it.
Yeah.
You already know if you don't actually do it, he's hitting you with something. So actually do it. So when we talk about unity and doing all, actually fucking do that shit.
Right.
Other than that, don't fucking talk to me. What's there to talk about?
Nothing.
All right, that's it. You know, feel free to leave. Feel free to add whatever you want. I have no more
It was a pleasure building with you, man.
Honorable Sean De Niro.
I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to need that radio class. Stop fucking around with my militia. I need you.
Nah, I got you, man. I got you. I'm working on some.
Go ahead.
I'm working on some stuff. I got you.
All right, and I don't care if it's a hip pocket class. I don't care if it's fucking Marine Corps fucking standard operation procedure. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
Tell these niggas how to type numbers into a radio. And talk.
Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I got you. I've been slacking. Yeah. I've been slacking on that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just not gonna say it.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm gonna say it. I've been slacking. Word. But I got some fire music though.
I already know. No lie, when you drop
not even
EP,
my shit. I got some
like,
shit
it's
coming.
Only X amount of songs. I was mad, but the songs were so great that I couldn't stay mad for long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was mad, but like not mad. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. It's a problem right now because I'm looking for beats, man. Any producers out there got beats, man. You know what I mean? That's another thing. But I'm gonna have some fire coming with this Morris compilation album. I hope everybody enjoys the Morris Connection track with Mafi L, Grand Sheik Cujo, and Jerry Blaze Bay.
Bro, we was blasting your shit in the Bronx.
That's the single.
Blasting it.
I appreciate that, man.
On repeat. Fuck what you heard.
Appreciate that. Always. All love. Definitely, man. All right, I'm going to get out of here, man. I appreciate the bill, Grand Sheik.
All right, peace. Stay safe. You already know. Semper Fi, bro.
Semper Fi, do or die.
Facts. Born to fight, trained to kill, ready to die, but never will. You already know.
Islam, baby.
You already fucking know. Hey, bro. How many times do I need to tell y'all? Rise of the Moors is the motherfucking best of the best. The best of the best. If you want to know, if you want to be cool amongst Marines, I'm gonna teach you the little phrase. Born to fight. So say it with me. Born to fight, trained to kill, ready to die, but never will. That's the type of mindset we need to have. And if you read the front of the Quran that the Prophet gave us, we're gonna tarry here many ages until our lessons are learned up. So you already know you ain't dying. You can come back. All right. Let me see some of these comments. I know there's a lot. I'm not gonna be able to address all of them.